Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and just yesterday I wrote a blog post talking about how this recently rolled out Green New Deal has caused so much embarrassment for so many folks on the left. And you would think that after they started to hear the backlash about what a terrible idea this is, that a lot of these Democrats would say, okay, yeah, you know, we're going to start trying to distance ourselves from this whole plan and all that. Actually, the opposite has been the case since I wrote that blog post yesterday. You had former Texas Congressman, the guy who failed in his bid to unseat Ted Cruz in the U.S. Senate, Robert Francis O'Rourke. Yeah, you know, the Irish guy that goes by the name Beto because he wants to try and fool you into thinking he's a Hispanic guy with the last name O'Rourke. Yeah, that guy was holding a rally in El Paso, Texas last night, and one of the things he talked about was this Green New Deal. And for those not familiar, the Green New Deal was the thing that was rolled out by that freshman socialist congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, last week, where she wants to spend trillions upon trillions upon trillions of your tax dollars to do things like getting rid of airplanes and getting rid of those evil farting cows. Essentially, it's a big government plan, and all it is trying to do is turn the United States into a socialist country. Yeah, so you had Beto O'Rourke talking about this last night, and he said that, oh yeah, it's an impressive plan, and we need to move forward with this because we definitely need to do something to go combating climate change because, oh my goodness, can you imagine if it got a couple of degrees warmer? Oh my goodness, places like El Paso, Texas here would be uninhabitable. So just to give you a little bit of background before we start to really dig in on this, yeah, I took a look, and in El Paso, Texas, when you look at the average monthly temperatures, the highest of the average monthly highs in El Paso is like 35 degrees Celsius, which translates to roughly 95 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so Beto's talking about bumping that up like 2 degrees, he said, Celsius. So 37 degrees Celsius is somewhere around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. If it got to 100 degrees Fahrenheit in El Paso, Texas, Beto O'Rourke doesn't believe that human life would be sustainable down there. Now, I don't know if Beto O'Rourke's really been paying a lot of attention to, I don't know, his surroundings throughout the course of his entire life, but yeah, there are a lot of places in the United States that get to 100 degrees Fahrenheit at least at some point during a calendar year. Heck, places like El Paso, Texas get there a lot more frequently than most. I mean, you have 100 plus degree temperatures in a lot of places in Arizona, New Mexico, Texas in any given year. And yeah, what happens? Oh yeah, people keep living there. I mean, heck, in the state of Wisconsin here, we usually in a given year have times where we'll reach 100 degrees. You don't see everybody going keeling over because it's 100 degrees outside, do you? Look, I get it that 100 degrees isn't the ideal temperature. When it's really warm outside, it kind of sucks. Kind of like when it's really cold outside, it kind of sucks as well, as we've endured the past few weeks. I get it's not ideal temperatures for people who might prefer sunny and 75, but even though it's not ideal temperatures, you most certainly can live in those temperatures. But Beto O'Rourke is going around telling what ended up being a really small crowd at his unimpressive rally in El Paso last night, oh my goodness, 2 more degrees Celsius. Oh, yep, we're all gonna drop over dead. Too hot to live here. I mean, what the hell is this guy talking about? And this is no small fish we're talking about here either. This is Beto O'Rourke, the guy who they're trying to make this push to potentially be their nominee for president in 2020. This is one of the big players in the Democrat Party talking about this, and he's not alone. You have so many of the prominent folks on the left talking about, oh, most urgent threat that we face, it's climate change. Former President Obama said it himself. I mean, they spend all of this time, all of this energy talking about we need to combat climate change, we need to combat climate change. Wouldn't it be nice if all of our leaders in positions of political power, including the Democrats, would actually care so much about, I don't know, the real threats that are facing the United States of America? Like, oh, I don't know, the fact that down on our southern border right now, we have a constant invasion going on. You have foreign nationals illegally entering into our country and causing great deals of financial and physical harm to law-abiding American citizens, in some cases killing law-abiding American citizens. Don't you wish that the Democrat leaders in this country would spend as much time and resources on that real crisis as compared to saying, oh no, well, you know, maybe possibly a bunch of years down the road we might sort of have some problems with the world long after all of us are gone. Yeah, it certainly seems that their priorities are out of whack to me. It's all the time that we have for today, but tune into the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. WTAQ, 9 a.m. WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.